Hey, what's up? Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to promote church events, part 2, coming up. Guts has to offer. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name's Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. In part 1 of this series, we talked about how to set up your campaign and how to get everything set up for success. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to accelerate your results and pour gasoline on the bonfire. So let's dive in. All right, so once you have your campaign set up and you are running a Facebook ad, now we need to figure out what are some additional ways that we can send people to the landing page on your website that talks about your event. So step number 1 is print invites. So you can print up some flyers and posters at your church and typically hang them up in coffee shops and places all over the community, just driving people to your event, and then just say, hey, for more information, go to faithchurch.com/event. And then at the bottom of the poster, you can just send people to your website in order to get more information. Now, a pro tip is don't just send them to your church like faithchurch.com. You want to actually send them straight to the landing page. So maybe if it's your Easter event that you're inviting people out to, make sure to send them not just to faithchurch.com, but make sure to have a link to faithchurch.com/Easter. That way they're going directly to your landing page where they can learn more about your event. So in part 1, we talked about the digital strategy on how to set up a campaign that promotes your church, how to set up the Facebook ad and the landing page. Right now, we're trying to send as many people as possible from all over your city to your landing page to learn more about your event so they can show up to church on Sunday. So once you've printed up a bunch of posters and hung them up around the city, the next thing you can do is go to a place like clubflyers.com and buy some 4x6 postcard invites and some business card invites. Now, the reason I like clubflyers.com is because it's super cheap and they're pretty good quality. You can get 5,000 business card invites for $50 and another 5,000 4x6 postcard invites for about $100. So for $150, you can get 10,000 invites that you can literally hand out all over the city. You can place them at local gas stations or coffee shops. You can put them on all of the seats on Sunday morning and ask the people in your congregation to hand out 5 invites that week to random strangers just to continue to promote the event and send more people to your landing page to learn about the event. So I did this for Easter at my church here a little while ago, and we had a goal of reaching 250,000 people to invite them to our Easter service, and I wanted at least 10,000 of them to go to our landing page to learn more about our Easter event. So one of the things that we did was exactly what we're talking about here. We set up posters, we created 4x6 cards and business cards from Club Flyers, and we handed out thousands of invite cards all over the city. We even struck up a deal with Chick-fil-A and got them to put an invite card into the bag of every single to-go order for over 3 weeks, simply promoting our event. So if you get creative, there's a lot of different ways that you can use these things. The best thing is just to check with local businesses and people around town and see if you can strike up a deal. And it worked. We ended up reaching over 270,000 people with our ads and our invite cards, and over 10,700 of them went to our landing page to learn more about Easter. And when we showed up on Easter Sunday, we actually maxed out the entire church. We maxed out our main sanctuary and had to close it down. We maxed out our overflow sanctuary, had to close that down. And then we maxed out our kids' church, our 1st through 5th grade. And the fire marshal made us shut it down because we had 3 times over the legal limit of how many kids we were allowed to have in that building. So this strategy works if you work it. All right, step number 2, connect cards. Right? So you've got all these people that are going to show up to your event, and you need a way to collect all of their information. Otherwise, you'll have a massive turnout and no way to contact everybody and invite them back to church. I was actually on staff at a church a few years ago, and we had this problem every single year. We did 2 major events every year. One was an Easter extravaganza, and the other one was a family fun night, kind of like a carnival game night for families. Every single time, without fail, we would have between 4,000 and 6,000 people who would show up to these events. But because we didn't think about getting a connect card and finding a way to actually collect people's information, all of those people would show up to the event and then not come back to Sunday morning. So the last thing that you want to do is put all of this money and time and energy and resources into a promotion and reach a bunch of people and then not have a way to invite them back to church to be able to hear the gospel. So make sure you have a plan for how to pass out connect cards and actually collect people's information, and then give them a reward for turning that connect card in. Right? So what most churches do is they just say, hey, fill out the connect card so we have a record of you being here. Well, nobody cares about you having a record about them being there, right? So what you need to do is flip it. You need to give them a reason to turn in that card. So, hey, if you drop that card in the envelope, or hey, take that card back to the guest booth in the back, we actually have a free gift for you when you turn in that card. right? This is the best, easiest way to be able to collect as many cards as possible, and you'll probably double or even triple the amount of Connect cards you get simply by rewarding and giving something away for free when they turn it in. Hey, so before I get to my last couple of points, if you're finding this information helpful and you're liking this video, part 1 and part 2, would you share this video? Just send it to some other pastors or church leaders that you know that are looking to promote some events and try to get more people in the door. Okay, point number 3, you need to invite them to take the next step. So again, you spend all of this time, money, resources, and energy getting people in the room for your event. Now we need to capitalize on it. So we're going to create Connect cards so we can follow up with people and get their information. But we also need to have a specific call to action in the room. So depending on what the event might be, this might be to join a small group or sign up for a volunteer team or to sign up for a 21-day Bible challenge, right? But whatever it is, we never want to have an event that doesn't have a specific call to action where we ask people to take the next step. So when you make sure to have a plan to have your Connect cards, also make sure to plan for how to have people take the next step and to collect their information so that they can actually make a commitment in the room during the event to take the next step. And finally, number 4, follow up, follow up, follow up. Okay, so you now have everyone's information from the Connect cards. You have people who are making next steps. You need to follow up with those people, and there should be 2 separate follow-up plans. So you should have a follow-up plan for every single person who filled out a Connect card, inviting them back to service this Sunday. And you should have a separate follow-up system for every single person who took the next step, whatever that is. So if people signed up and said, yes, I want to sign up for a group, or I want to start volunteering in the kids ministry, or I want to be an usher, or whatever it is, you want to have a custom follow-up system for those people because you're going to talk to them a different way. Maybe you're going to give them information on joining a small group, or you're going to give them a list of volunteer opportunities and ask them to pick one, or maybe you're going to actually send them the 21-day Bible challenge that they signed up for. Whatever it is, you need a custom follow-up system for everyone who took a next step, and then you also need a more all-encompassing follow-up system to get people to come back in the door for Sunday morning. Now, if you have watched any of my videos before, you know I am a huge fan of Text in Church because this is not only one of the most effective ways to do it, but it's also one of the easiest. You can actually click on the link in the description below and get 90 days free of Text in Church, and then you can create all of your follow-up systems for your church events, for your church services, and anything else that you're doing completely automated. In fact, they already built one out for you. They have a 6-week automated follow-up series that you can literally take your Connect cards from Sunday morning, plug them into, and it'll automatically start following up with people and bringing them back to church. All right, so if you like this video and you want to learn a couple of additional strategies on how to use social media to reach new people and get new faces in the door on Sunday, we have a free gift for you. Just go to churchgrowthagency.com and check out the free training video we have for you.